What am I going to make today? Well, you see the letters in front of me. They don't look like it, but they're love letters. Today is ABC April, and it is the letter L. Love letters, lace, and lavender. Let's do it. Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Lou, and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. It's almost not there anymore. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Almost not there anymore. But here is the lace. That was the culprit for the horrible, horrible hands and nails for a few days. This is what it was. And it actually turned out to be really pretty now. It got the color that I wanted, and here and there, it's still pretty fluorescent. But right here, look at this. It is beautiful. And it makes my lavender kit pop a lot. Look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And how lovely is this lady? Isn't she just beautiful? So she is the owner of the farm. She's the owner of Maison de Lavande Provençale. And all the lavender has been cut by her. And she has a friend, a love interest, let's say, in a different part of the world or France or wherever. Like, it doesn't really mean anything. And she writes love letters to her friend. And those love letters are now going to be hidden in a journal. That is what I want to do. So how am I going to do this? Well, first off, I'm going to throw all this aside because I don't need it yet. I need to first disassemble and reinforce the envelopes. So I need to open because, okay, so let me tell you first what I'm going to do. I am going to turn these into flip outs, and aren't they fantastic? This one is from 1956, and this one is also from 1956. So, pretty cool. And yes, I'm calling it France, but there's Edmonton and Vancouver all over the envelopes. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the sides of the envelope, and then I will just show you with my Retro Reverie journal. So I'm going to open it up, and let's do that. That doesn't take very long. So I'm just putting my knife in there and just softly slicing the edge, the side open here. Yeah, not as neat as what I was hoping I would be able to do it. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. There. So one side is going to slide right over the page, under the page like that. The other side is going to flip over top of it. This side is going to be a pocket right here. I'm going to glue that down. That is going to hold down the whole envelope. This is going to flip open, and I'm going to take a sheet of ledger paper. I'm just going to make it a little easier and zoom you out. So I'm going to put ledger paper right here inside the envelope, or actually it's going to go all the way through so that it reinforces the whole thing. Then it's going to fold closed, but this is going to fold inside. So you have like a whole flip out page that is going to come out of it. that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this one as well. And I'm being a little bit more careful than with the other one, which is okay because I don't know if you noticed, but this envelope is way too big. So I can actually cut quite a bit off of it because to get it to sit nicely on a page, you don't want it to be that big. So like this one is, oh, come on, this one is going to sit much nicer once I open it. There. So this one fits a little nicer because it's a little smaller. And how lovely, look at that. Like it's torn a little bit. And then you flip it out. You have the address handwritten. Like, yeah. Um, when I saw that I could get this, it was a treasure and I had to have it. So, yeah. And we're going to add lace to it. We're going to add ledger paper to it. We're just going to have some fun. So the first thing I need to do is I need to reinforce the folds right here. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to fold this way. Why are you doing that? Well, I'll tell you. Give me a sec. I'll get there. So I'm grabbing my trusted medical grade tape again, and I'm grabbing my glue. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here on this edge of the envelope. And then I'm taking the tape and I am sticking it down on that side, flipping it over, putting some glue here, cutting the tape off, and folding this over. And then I can fold it back, and fold it back, and now it's not done anything but reinforce the spine. So it is not going to fall apart very easily. I am making sure that this, because it keeps moving, is going to be protected, right? We're constantly going to want to open and close this. So that part is done. All right, now we need this to become more lavender and lace-ish. So I have some distress inks. I have some shaded lilac, some dusty concord, some villainous potion, and some milled lavender. The milled lavender is just a cute little addition. It's very light, it's very clear, very clean. There's not a lot of oomph to it. So I'm going to start with that. No, I'm not. I'm not. I will brush this off so that I'm not wasting the ink. But this is my blender. So I'm going to start with my villainous potion. So I'm going to use the villainous potion. And I'm going to put a little bit around the edges. And you can see villainous potion is purple. It's all good. Don't worry. It's allowed to be purple. Purple is a beautiful color. And I will do the same on the other side. I'm just going to do both sides at the same time. the distress ink stays wet long enough that I can do that. And you can see like I'm not being overly cautious with where I am applying my ink. Unless it comes to this spot, and I want to go around. I want to kind of accentuate the tear right here. There we go. And maybe I want to accentuate that this is an envelope. Let's see if I can do that. There. Then I'm going to grab the dusty concord. So I'm just going to put this little dome right there. This little dome goes on here. We're just going to be messing around with this. And then I'm just going to blend out that villainous potion a little bit with the dusty concord. And don't worry, yes, I am aware. It is very purple right now. Ooh, that's a lot of purple. What the heck are you thinking? Well, I am thinking that this is going to go over a coffee dyed page. So to start with, there's not a lot of color in that. So I can add a little color just because I can. And you can see that the villainous potion is kind of disappearing. It is just going into the background because the dusty concord is telling it that that's what it needs to do. So there we go. That's much better. And you're going, oh no, that's no better. No, no, no. Okay, now for me, the shaded lilac just doesn't fit in there. The shaded lilac just has that bluish tint. But look at that milled lavender. It is stunning. So I am going to pick up lots of the milled lavender. And it is such a soft color that it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to go over the whole thing, all the ink, and I'm just going to blend it out. So I want lots of the milled lavender, and that is just going to turn everything into a really soft purple shade. Like it's not even like, it's just a hint of purple now. Always gotta watch and be careful, and but you know, you're allowed to do some fun things, and color is so important. Color makes you happy. All the neutrals, they're not gonna make you happy. It's all about the color. Look how wonderful. Looks beautiful. So I'm going to do the same thing on the back. Like, and just look at the difference between the front and the back. This is totally blended out, and then we've got the blotchy back. So let's get rid of that blotchy back. And yes, I'm using lots of ink because I do want it to move. If I don't use lots of ink, then it just won't move. And I love it. I am just loving the whole lavender theme. Really happy with that. I'm having a lot of fun creating the kit as well. And the kit is available in my coffee shop. So you may go check it out. There it is. It's a fun kit. There's a lot of elements to it. Oh, I love it. Like, yeah, very happy with it. Now, I do want to, so, you know how I said, like, the neutrals are not going to make you happy, but we do need neutrals because this is now looking way too uh, fun. It looks like way too fun. I know, terrible English. So now I'm just going to go around the edges with the walnut stain. And this is when it all kind of comes together. Because now you're bringing the vintage back to it. And something you can do, and I'm not going to, but you can blend it in just a little like that. It's okay. Because it's a neutral, it is going to take it. It doesn't really, like the purple will still stand out. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to open it up and just ink it up. And I'm just giving just the edges here a little bit of a hint of the walnut stain. There. And I may just blend out that walnut stain just a little with the milled lavender. Just because I can. There. Love it, love it, love it. Very pleased. So that part is done. So the next part that I want to do is I want to insert the ledger paper. And you can see, let me just close this ink up so that I'm not laying everything in there. And I love the combination of this green with lavender. It is a beautiful combination, which is part of the reason why I picked it. So I want the paper, the ledger paper, to go just slightly. I'm just trying to show you, just slightly on the inside of the envelope. And so I need to fold this up a little bit so that this side is also sitting just inside that envelope. Just like that. And then I'm grabbing my knife again because I'll get a really nice clean cut, I think. I keep thinking that I'm going to get a nice clean cut. Probably not. Absolutely not. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to cut the edge off right along the edge, just like that. Just taking a sliver off, and then it is semi-straight. And then I can put this down in here, and I can fold this up. I'm going to take it like so. And I'm going to fold this so that this side is sitting pretty much on that fold line. so that when this folds over it, right, it is not going to move. So that is perfect. I don't think I need to reinforce that part. So I'm going to make sure this is sitting proper. And then I'm going to put glue on the envelope. And I am going to put my glue stick on it first, if I can find it right here, because the glue stick will give it a good first layer, and then I'll go around the edges with my tacky glue just to make sure that everything stays nice and tight. The glue stick, you can see, like with this old paper, this blue glue stick dries almost instantly. So that is why I don't overly like it, but it does do a really good job of sticking down. Okay. But you need a little bit more than what you do with regular paper. Okay. So I'm quickly going to put this glue around the edges, all the way around, because I don't want that blue glue to dry up yet. All the way around, all the way around. Go over these pieces because they may not stay there. Put a little bit extra in there. There we go. And then we're laying this back down right here, right where we wanted it, right on that edge, just like so. Come on. Told you where I wanted to. Now stay. Stay. Come on. Just doesn't want to go where I want it to go. Okay. Got it. And I'm going to open it and squish it all down. Now I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to go over it. And I'm just going to slide it one way, slide it the other way. And we'll just keep going. I want this to be as flat and as smooth as possible. And then I'm going to take my walnut ink. I'm just going to color the visible parts here. I'm just going to color those brown. So there we go. We're at this spot. So now this part is going to, I don't know if I'm going to attach it or not. I don't know yet. I don't want to fold this in. Kind of the same way as I did on the other side. Just like that. And I am going to glue this part down to the envelope. It reinforces the envelope and it reinforces the paper here as well. So I'm actually going to put the glue on the ledger paper this time, because I think the ledger paper will not need as quick of a turnaround. And I could be totally wrong. Could be totally wrong. Okay. And then I am going to take this and go around these edges just like that, all the way around, up, around on this side of the tear and that side of the tear. There, put a little bit extra in here because the last thing I want is for this to come loose at any point. And then I'm just going to lay this right down on top, just like that. And then I can see if this closes properly still. And it might not. Right now, it might not because everything is wet. But that is the perfect time to get your paper to go exactly where you want it to be. So there we go. I use my bone folder to spread this all nicely out. There. Put it back in. It's sitting very nicely. Okay, so this is folded like so, but now it's still too big. So what I need to do is I need to fold this again. And what I'm going to do first is I am going to fold this to the outside. So I want this to come like that. Just like that. And then when we close it, it closes nicely, right? And then you open it, and I'm going to take a little page tab that I put an eyelet on. So it goes right on here. No, that's the wrong one. Right, it goes like this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just like that. So then you open this up and you got your tab. You take your tab, you open this up. How lovely is that? That is all it is. It looks beautiful, but there isn't a whole lot to it. So I'm going to take some villainous potion and ink up my little page tab here because that's the first thing now that needs to go on. And this page tab is made out of drywall compound tape. And then I'm going to take the Dusty Concord. Oh, that was the Dusty Concord. Or was this the Dusty Concord? I don't know anymore. I'm just adding a little color to my page tab. How about that? There. And I'm going to put some glue in here. Just stick some glue down on this side and on this side. Just like that. And then we'll just pop it right on here, just like that. And I'm going right to that fold. Like that, that. Stick it down. So when you I still put it in wrong. When you open this up, so this is going to be on the page. You open it up, you see the page tab. Let's just test it. Because I can still take it off now. I can't do that later. Okay, so it's going to go over the page like that. You open this up, you see the page tab. And then you pull this open because you realize that there's something there. And then this side is going to be a pocket that you glue down. So that's the point where we're at right now. So what am I going to do with the lace? Well, the lace is going to go on the pocket. I want the lace to go on the I want the lace to go kind of over this. Let's see what I can do with this. I don't want to cover up any of this. It is just so pretty. I don't know if I want to use the lace on there. I will use the lace. Don't worry, I will use the lace. But I'm a little confused with how I had envisioned that. I'm going to probably put a ruffle right along the top with the lace, or probably right here along the side. No, it's going to go on the top. So I am just going to cut a strip off of this. And I want the ruffle to stay soft. So if you watched me during Mass Make March, you know exactly how I am going to make my ruffle so that it stays nice and soft. So I have a needle and thread. So I have a needle and I have thread. They're not put together yet, so. And I'll put that off. Put some through here. Whoops. Where did it go? Where did it go? Yeah, little sneaky thing. Let's do this. Tie a knot, a double knot. And then I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to take my needle and put it kind of in the center and pull it back and then pull it through the thread. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is a little running stitch, just like that, and fill up my needle by doing the running stitch back and forth all the way to the other end of the lace. And yes, I have lots of ruffles, but not in this color. So that's why I am doing it in this color. So how did I come up with the lavender and coffee idea? Well, let me tell you, it's actually really neat. So I had a journal that I have had posted on Etsy for a little bit. Why? For a little while, sorry. It was just a cute little journal. And someone bought it, which is wonderful. That was so lovely. That was like the best news in the world. So then the lady finally received it and wanted a custom order, which is, that's even better. Wonderful. But she wanted it to be lavender and beige. So that's how my brain went to lavender and coffee. And then there needs to be a kit because I need decorations for it. And I need to dye paper and I need to dye lace. And I need to, yeah. So that's how this all came to be. I won't do anything half. So There we go. Is it long enough now? Because I can adjust it right now. So I can just adjust it so that the ruffle is either a little bit softer, a little bit more together, but I think I have to make it a little softer. Or grab the other strip because it's just not enough yet. And I'm just going to cut this straight as well. And yes, you guessed it, I'm just going to attach it to the other piece. So I'm just going to continue on sewing along, just sewing along. There we go. I'm so excited to be done with a 100-day project. You guys have no idea. I'm just so done with it for this year. I have so many other things right now that I really want to do, and I was like, well, I can't do it. I need to finish the 100-day project first. First, a 100-day project. First, finish a 100-day project, and now it's done. And it's like, yeah, part 10. So this is day 100. And it helped me get through the winter. That was really my main goal. See, look how pretty that looks. Beautiful. It's got just the right amount of lavender, the right amount of purple, the right amount of pink. It's, yeah, it just makes for a really pretty color there. So I'm just tying this off. Making sure it's well attached. You don't want this to come loose at any point. And it won't, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my 3-in-1 glue right along the edge here. Right there. And I will put this right in here and tuck the knot on the bottom so it will stay down. I'll put a little extra glue there so that the glue will be in the knot. And now the lace stays nice and soft. So it's attached, it stays nice and soft, and you get the little bit of blue stitching where you can see that I really stitched this. So yeah, I really like it. Do I want to put a little bit on here as well? I don't know yet. I want to make a cluster on here for sure, but I also want to put the bow in there, I think. I can also, I actually don't think I want to put a bow in there. I think what I want to do is going to cut this. Just pulling the ribbon through and just letting it sit like that. So I'll put a little glue on either side here. So some right here and some right here and some right here on the edge, because then the ribbon will just stick down like that. Just like that. And then you get this little bit hanging out. So now let's look at it again. This is the only way sometimes that you can see what is happening. So I'm flipping this on here. This goes inside. This goes like that. So that's how it sits in your journal. So I can probably cut this down just a little so they're not so tall, which is not a problem. I'll just cut this down just a little and cut this down just a little. And let's try that again. Beautiful. So then when you open it, you've got that, and you can just pull that open. Ta-da! That's my smart idea. That's a love letter. So now I need to ink a little bit around the inside of the ledger. And I'm just giving it a little bit of walnut stain. Not a lot, doesn't need a lot, just a little. And a little bit on the inside here too. Just because now it's going to all look finished, where if I didn't do this, it would just not look finished. So I didn't show you how I am decorating this, but I want to show you how I decorated it. So let's just go through this. I think it turned out really lovely. So what I did was I took a strip of the lace and I stitched it together. I stitched a ruffle and put it together. So I put a label under there from my lavender and coffee kit. And right there. And then when you open it up, I put the lavender in there. I put a piece of dyed cheesecloth there, a label, the ribbon is in there, and I showed you how I attached that. Then when we open it up, right, this part is going to be on the page. When you open it up, it's glued down. I've put my favorite lady who's drinking her coffee after harvesting the lavender. She is sitting down having her coffee at a little bistro table, and isn't she just lovely? And the rest is going to stay exactly as it is because that is journal space. Then this side is going to be attached as the pocket to the page. So I decided that that was allowed to have a little bit extra decoration, and I think it came out really nice. I love the soft glow of the lavender behind here, then the deeper lavender in the lace, the flowers, and then I attached a teeny tiny little flower with a mint green center, and then I have the mint green ribbon. And I think that mint green with lavender just it looks rich and lovely and colorful, and it just makes me happy. This whole kit is making me happy. I think it is just beautiful. So that was the 100-day project. I really like everything I have made, everything I've done, and everybody that has been following with me, that has come along with me on this journey. That is really the most exciting part of the whole thing. It is fun to do this and it is lovely to craft, but when you are getting the acknowledgement from your peers, it is absolutely wonderful. And I want to thank all of you. Um, I'm not stopping. Just so you know, I am not done yet. Um, the I don't know if I am going to record every day in the rest of the month of April. Um, but tomorrow there will be a video because tomorrow is Wednesday, so that is going to be one of my regular days. So my schedule is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday Night Live, and Saturday. I may switch Saturday and Sunday up sometime, depending on how it goes. But that is how my schedule is, how I'm thinking my schedule is going to be for the next little while, unless I decide that I need to make a drastic change, but I don't see that coming at all. I am comfortable with the Friday Night Live, and that means that I need to record 3 other videos during the week. So that's 3 projects that I can continue doing. I am, however, enjoying ABC April. So I may just stick with every day, or maybe I'll do like an extra one here and there. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Um, you'll have to find out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you're not missing out on anything. You know what? I could have put this on here too. That would have looked really pretty too. Just squirrel. I was just thinking that. Um, so I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for your support. And I hope to see you again tomorrow for, well, tomorrow is the letter, this was the letter L? M. That's the M for Mary Lou. That's it. That's what we're going to do. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.